Hey Aquarius, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing your love and separation read for the month of April. I wanted to say thank you for the 1,641 views for last half or last month. I sure appreciate you guys. So, new moon, April 11, I think, is an Aries. So that's a time to if you've got to work up some courage to get something done or some good motivation, that's the time to set the intention to do that. So let's see what we got for love for you for April. Despair, Aquarius. Heart fog. So there's a little bit of brokenheartedness that's made you kind of hermited, okay? It's not that you are not receptive. It's just that you are raw. You're raw, I think. Wow. Okay, well, let's take care of that. Looks like maybe there's been some brokenheartedness, mixed signals, blocked emotions, open heart, softness, vulnerability, withdrawn, lonesome, sinking, hopelessness. So let's get that energy out of here right now. We can heal and lick our wounds, but there's always a brand new day, right? Always a brand new day. And it's always a new opportunity to change our perspective. Sometimes when that door closes, we got to nail that bitch shut, okay? So let's see. You get to see my big-ass cards. Yeah, so you're kind of like hoping that someone will get their karma over this brokenheartedness. And this energy is keeping you kind of stuck. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody was messing around, right? Somebody was messing around. You had to close that cycle up because of deception. And the idea was, solid committed relationship, the whole 9 yards, right? 3-car garage, whatever. But somebody stepped out of the relationship and it ended it abruptly. So let's get some more cards on it and kind of see where we're headed with that. But let me tell you what, ladies out there, men out there, just close your ears for a minute. But ladies out there, there is no dick in this world worth that kind of energy right there. No, ma'am. Just saying. All right. I have some ugly things rolling around in my head I'm trying to keep to myself, but where there's one dick, there's other dicks, okay? I'm just saying. I hate to say that, but it's got to come out. Okay. And men, for you men, sorry for the nastiness, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, deception is on your mind and it blew out your new beginning. So you want to render some justice to somebody, or you really want to see somebody run into that wall, right? But you are trying to put in the work for your new beginning, which is a lot better than the energy we started out with. You are getting yourself untrapped and you're getting back on your game and you're taking care of your business, trying to find your balance, but you haven't yet found your stability or your happiness. You're working on it. So let's see what's going on with your lover. Could we deal with Sagittarius? Got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah. Love relationships over, definitely water sign energy. Somebody liked the idea of controlling, and I think they liked the idea of keeping you in limbo, right? They're not juggling anymore. They are the player. That's it. I am who I am. That's what they're saying. I am who I am. Like it or lump it, right? Well, two can play at that game. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I'm a Scorpio, so the tail comes out, but, you know, Aquarius, listen. You are soft-hearted, and you are beautiful, and you are intelligent, and you are the inventors. And you see people differently, and it's a beautiful thing. But there is no person in this world worth taking you away from yourself, taking you out of your place of happiness. Happiness. Come up just now. Leo energy. So I think you're trying to find that happiness. You may be doing things to distract you. But listen. Now I think you're looking at this situation as love is a losing game. You know that Amy Winehouse song, Love is a Losing Game? You're looking at that. Love is, all romance is bad. And you're kind of keeping yourself trapped in that mentality. So let's see what's going on over here. This person is just out for themselves, and that's because there's probably deep trauma there that they haven't healed either. But that's not your problem. They've got to go on their own journey. So basically the situation is that you found out there was a third-party situation. It was professed to you by them, or you heard it professed by someone else. Manipulation. They were manipulating you in this situation. So their block is, well, you know, they've got some manipulation trauma due to the fact that they're insecure and they've been traumatized themselves. And they're just perpetuating the cycle. Let's see what's going on with you. I think that you are like burning pictures and shit, maybe cutting people's eyeballs out of pictures, you know, whatever. Throwing it on a burn pile. It reminds me of that movie. What was that dadgum movie where Angela Bassett's like, you know, setting his shit on fire in his car, and she's like, you know, telling it. I don't remember what that movie's called, but anyway, that is my absolute most favorite scene ever. So that's kind of the energy that you're in. After you've been hurting, now you're mad, right? Now you're like, you know, going over there and throwing some pesticide on his mama's roses or something like that. I mean, I sure would do that. But anyway, so what you have here is you are slashing the illusion of the situation. You are slashing the illusion. And you're kind of like at bat, you know, and you're just, boom, you know, throwing plates across the room or whatever. But anyway, you're not communicating that energy to other people, but you are in that energy. And you know what? Sometimes the best motivator is anger, okay? Break them plates, girl. If that's what helps you get past it, throw them son of a bitches across the room. That's Jezebel's advice, not the cards. Okay, so the blocks between the two of you, you got to heal, Aquarius. Here you are. You're like, okay, two can play at that game. Look, when I told you, he said, look, I'm just a player. That's what I'm going to be. That's what I'm always going to be, so deal with it, right? And you're like, okay, I got your number, bitch. Look what's fixing to happen to you. And so this is kind of the way you're feeling like you want to get over this situation. And you've got your hand over your cup, right? And you're like, So, but remember, okay, you're mad. I get it. More dicks in the sea. However, don't throw that anger on somebody else just to get rid of it, right? I mean, like, I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying just in case you want to embody this player energy just like your partner here. Don't hurt someone else who may be looking for that connection because you want revenge. That's all I'm going to say. So let's see how they feel about you. Definitely, you are putting those fuck me pumps on, and you're fixing to get it. All right, so your partner is thinking about the future and the relationship, and they are thinking, believe it or not, this is crazy. Your partner's a yo-yo. They want you to be a yo-yo. So basically, they're thinking about the past. They're thinking about the opportunities that were missed. They're wanting to come back with this Scorpio energy, this Cancer Pisces Scorpio energy about big love and feelings and emotion. And you've got your cup closed. You're like, no can do. Not today, Satan. And you are not going to accept this, I think. But this is the way that they feel about you. So I'm not sure what this energy is about. Holy Christ. Okay, so let's see. Oh, there's a lot of anger. My skin's getting all warm. I'm getting all fired up here. Like, you know, my eyes are fixing to turn black and shit. It's bad. Damn. Okay. So let's see what they're thinking. I think that's why you're playing baseball over here. I think that's what you're going to do when they show up on your doorstep. Huh. Okay, so they want to move something forward. They are now nostalgic because the grass wasn't greener on the other side. They ran into a brick wall. Did I say dick wall? I'm feeling it tonight, y'all. Okay, they ran into a brick wall. The grass wasn't greener on the other side, right? So, basic thing is, now they're getting sentimental. Now they're thinking about all the woulda, coulda, shouldas. And now they're thinking about, you know what, I remember a time when we were thinking about, growing old together and watching our grandkids play. And now they're getting all teary-eyed and nostalgic, and they don't know how to put this conflict down. They don't know how to get themselves out of this shithole that they've done for themselves. And they want reconciliation. And they're going to come to you saying, hey girl, let's put all these bad times and these obstacles away. Let's not concentrate on the past, okay? And I'm afraid they're going to get a frying pan upside the head. But what they don't understand is they're the one that created the burdens, not you. So don't allow them to come into your life and tell you, hey, let's put all that in the past, I'm a better person now, whatever. And try to make it like you're holding on to something that they created for you. Don't let them invalidate your feelings, and don't let them project their crap onto you. And definitely that's why you're going to have this baseball bat here, right? So what I'm saying is, don't let someone lessen their own burden and their own guilt by throwing it on you, okay? So let's see what their intention is. Yeah, they're coming out of hiding. They want to move forward, but they're not going to move forward very quickly because they don't have a lot to work with at this moment, right? They're going to be real slow about it because they know they've taken this situation from 10 of coins, 10 of pentacles, 10 of cups, and they've taken it to 10 of wands, burdens, and their broke ass is broke. So they're going to proceed with caution. Coming back to offer you this commitment energy with this cup here is what they desire. That's their intention. So let's see what they have to say to you, because now they're lamenting over the loss. The loss. Wow. Okay. Our beliefs were just too different. I wanted to sleep with everybody in town and you didn't. If you feel like you're on the other side, I feel like you're on the other side of my every breath. The thought of you with someone else drives me crazy. I'm sure it does, because old girl's fixing to put on her good pumps and her hot dress and get her makeup all done and get her hair done. And she's fixing to come out on the scene. So they know that you're about to glow up, and they don't want that, because that means that they don't have a hold over you anymore and they can't control the situation. Get that hair done, girl. All right, so let's see what they're not telling you. I get the feeling that this is the kind of boyfriend that when, you know, the shit hits the fan, you're on girls' night, and y'all are all sitting there with your drinks and, you know, just running this MFer in the ground. I understand you better now. I hope I will see you again sometime. I bet they do. I fantasize about you. Yeah, because they run into that dick wall, right? So I bet they do fantasize about you. Okay, let's see what their next move is. Secretive secrets. What she don't know won't hurt her, or what he don't know won't hurt him. You feel like they're in your head a lot, right? And they are definitely in their head a lot. They screwed up royal and they know it, and they have messed it up. They sold the world for nothing, right? Self-absorbed. So they're coming out of a period of time in which they have been not communicating. They're going to call you up on the phone. They're going to tell you how brokenhearted they are, okay? They're expecting you to have compassion and endure their bull. They may even be like a teenager on, you know, that old-time radio station that used to take dedications, you know, those teenage dedications we all used to do for those of us who were Generation X, right? You know, be on the hotline trying to, you know, dedicate a Motley Crue song or something, right? So that's kind of what their next move's going to be. They're going to be very expressive, musically, poetry, a card, whatever they do, finger paint. They're going to come in and express how they feel about you. Lord help them. All right, so let's get a final outcome. No. Let's not do that yet. Let's get these cards on. Let's see how they feel about you in the bedroom. I just keep getting this song wrote in my mind. It's just, you know that Gwen Stefani song, I Ain't No Holler Back Girl or Holler Back Girl? I don't know why that keeps going in my head. But anyway, Holler Back Girl, Gwen Stefani. Go listen to it. So yeah, they miss those intimate moments at the dinner table with you, that flirtiness that you used to have with each other. They miss sitting around the house with you. Probably because they're broke and they can't do nothing else. Sudden changes. They know that there are sudden changes. There may have been sudden changes before this thing went south, right? In the bedroom, there may have been sudden changes, or they may have been going through a period of time of insecurity or what have you. I think that they were looking at porn, or they were looking at other things behind your back. I don't think that they liked it very much that you were sort of the person who kept it all together. I think they felt controlled by you, which is their problem, right? In this situation, this is total insecurity. This is their problem. And we're not talking about a situation like, oh, well, you know, she's domineering and she's bossy and she's whatever. No. They weren't stepping up to the plate and they weren't holding their own, which made them feel insecure. And they kind of felt like you were nagging and mothering them. Well, yeah, because they had to get their shit together. So they kind of felt like they were on the tit, right? And all the while you were doing everything that needed to be done, they were sneaking out the door with somebody else. That person made them feel like a man, right? And they were keeping it a secret from you. So anyway, they miss your breast area. There's a lot of those cards here. But remember, this is not a situation about not being good in bed, not being a good person, not being a good lover, not being sweet enough, not whatever. This is about a person who has deep-seated insecurities. So you could have been like, flying yourself across the room for them. And they still would have done it because it's a personal issue. Okay? So let's see a final outcome for this situation. They're going to come at you trying to be real transparent, honest with you about why they, had an affair. And you're just going to be like, I'm not having it. Aquarius, bitch mode has been turned on, and you are no longer interested in what they have to say. And what you're going to be telling them is there's no more opportunities to, get back in this, okay? You will never see it again. That's what you're telling them. And you are going on your own path, and you're an empress, and you are gaining your power back and your confidence back, and you're going to be out on the scene. So I like that. I think that's a beautiful way to go. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be forever this is going to happen. I'm just saying right now the energies are telling me that you are not interested in taking them back, and you're not interested in what they have to say. Can't say that I blame you on that. Summertime's going to be a very good time for you. I think you're going to finally have some closure totally and finally on the situation. Of course, this is a cycle. Someone's running from themselves. You need to observe somebody's behavior when they come back around. You've been stuck in a little bit of solitude, and I think that there's been some mirroring behavior. Then you woke up, and now you're on a new beginning. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit of a new thing here. Let's see what they're not telling you. Let's see what you don't see coming. You're going from solid relationship, which you thought was solid, to being single. And right now you don't like it that much, and it feels like a burden, and it feels like you're out of sorts, right? And you're kind of hoping for this to come back around again. But your victory is in standing your ground and not allowing this toxicity and this to come back into your world. So what you don't see coming is they're going to come back in, but they're coming back in with the same old shit. You've made the decision to be this sexy bitch here and do your thing. So what you don't see coming is there's going to be maybe another cycle of this. You think they've changed. They haven't. And you're going to have to do your glow up again. It's easiest just to don't go away mad, just go away, right? Girl, don't go away mad, just go away. I think that's kind of what you need to relate to that person. So what you don't see coming, there's going to be another cycle that you need to release. Okay, so let's see what the attraction was. Sometimes you get at the end of this stuff and you wonder, why did they bother? If they were going to do all that, why did they even bother? Right? I mean, I know I do. All right, so let's see. What was the attraction? I think that you may have met them at a period of time in your life in which you weren't the person that you are now. You may have been, y'all could have been a couple of broke college kids, or you could have been in a different spot financially than you are now. And you were kind of like the same, right? But the only difference is you raised yourself up, Aquarius, and your partner didn't. You made them look good. The attraction is, I think that they enjoyed the fact that you were in a vulnerable position at that time. You weren't quite in your power. I mean, I think they knew that you always had it in you, but you weren't quite there yet, right? And so I think the vulnerability was an attraction. And I think the fact that you were not, at that time, expecting a commitment from them was part of the attraction. So let's see what we got for new love coming in. You didn't have boundaries during that time for them, maybe. Wheel of Fortune's moving forward. Luck is on your side. You're laying down conflict. There may be somebody coming back from the past, Aries or Scorpio, that you may start talking to again. So there may have been an old lover, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Aries, coming back from your past that you may have had a thing with back in the day. And you guys are going to be hooking back up again. You're going to be talking about moving forward. You're going to be talking about what's been going on in your world. And that may end up in something that you're able to sort of begin again with, right? You're going to be able to celebrate again your own self. And I think they're going to bring a lot of confidence back to you. So let's get some advice on it. We'll call it a wrap. Okay, Pisces got this too. You are perfectly imperfect. Loving yourself. This is a 7. You're where you're supposed to be right now. Your 11-year-old self. So that's an interesting concept, because let's take it back to, when you're 11, you're preteen, you're kind of awkward, you feel like you're out of place all the time. But also, what would your 11-year-old self say to you today? What would they say? So just think about that for a little bit. The universe wants to co-conspire with you. That means the universe is saying, hey, you can make this whatever you want. You are not bound to this situation. And it's time for you to bust out of that sadness, put those heels on, and go have a good time. So, Aquarius, that's what I have for you, and I will see you guys later.